Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn regarding on CCNA Part 1. Okay. So CCNA is the most important certification that every network engineer require. Okay. So let's see the CCNA Part 1. So this is the beginning part of the CCNA training. Come on guys. So the first part that we are going to learn is about network fundamental. So in this network fundamental topic, we are going to learn regarding on the router. So router is actually a networking device that forwards data packets between the computer networks. So the meaning of computer network, meaning that our computer is connected to Wi-Fi or a internet cable. Okay, so this is actually an example of a router. Okay, so this router is a networking device which giving us a internet connection or a Wi-Fi connection so that we can access to an internet. So when you want to install a Wi-Fi in your home, okay, so you need to purchase this router from the internet service provider. So this is an example of the router. So we have a layer 2 and layer 3 switch. So what is the difference between the router and the switch? So most of the internet service provider, they will use this router and the switch to giving us an internet connection to our home. Okay, so there are two types of the switch, which is layer 2 switch and layer 3 switch. So even this layer 2 or layer 3 switch having a similar look, but the function is indifferent. Okay, so this layer 2 switching is actually used to reduce the traffic on the local network. So the traffic, meaning that if let's say at one time you are trying to accessing the internet with connecting to the Wi-Fi, and at the same time your family members is actually trying to connect to the internet using the same Wi-Fi, that means both of the traffic will travel into the same switch. So this will cause us a traffic. Okay, so if you use layer 2 switch, it can use to reduce the traffic and giving you the high speed. Okay, so layer 3 switch is used to implement the VLAN. VLAN meaning that virtual local area network. So this VLAN is actually mostly used in the corporate companies to divide an internet connection for each department. Okay, so in layer 2, the switching packets are rerouted from the source to the destination port. So layer 3 switching use a little time to check data packets before finding the best available route to direct the data packets to the destination port. So layer 2 is actually uses the app to discover other devices' MAC address. So meaning here that each and every device, a computer or laptop or a Mac or a phone having their own MAC address, and it is a very unique. And this internet, when the data traffic are passing through the devices, is actually identifies using a different MAC address. So layer 3 device utilizes IP address for routing within the virtual LAN. So for each device, if you want to connect to the internet, you need an IP address. That's why if you want to install a home Wi-Fi, you need to pay for them for the data so that for your own device, they can provide you the IP address. And with using that IP address, you can connect to the internet. Okay. And layer 2 switch comes with a little tendency of switching packets from one port to another. Layer 3 switching helps devices to communicate outside the networks as well. So, in summarize, we can use layer 2 or layer 3 switches depending on the usage. Next, the new intervention of the CCNA is next generation firewall. So this is your company. So if you notice that if you are accessing a certain website with connecting to your company's VPN or network cable, you can access your company's website if you're connecting with the company's network or a network cable. But if you're using your own mobile data and you are trying to access the company's website, you may not view that company's website because there is a firewall in your corporate's network, which preventing the third party user to access your company's website. Okay, so this is the one is called as an intranet. So to provide an intranet, you need a firewall. So next generation firewall, meaning that the combination of firewall, proxy server, and the DMZ. So this is combining together to become one device is known as the next generation firewall. So let's go to another topic, another subtopic, which is access point. So this is the access point, and this access point is actually is used in the usually in an office or large building. Let's say you have a router in a third floor, and your company having 3 floor, and you are having an internet your server in the third floor, but the employees are sitting on the first floor and second floor. We want to ensure that even though the server room is shifted at the third floor, but the employees are sitting on the first floor and second floor can reach that internet connection. Okay, so in order the employees in first floor and second floor to receive that internet connection, we need an access point to be placed in the first floor and second floor. So this access point is actually help to get a Wi-Fi connection from the server room to the employees department, which is at first floor and second floor. Okay. So an access point is actually connects to a wired router, switch, or hub via an Ethernet cable. Ethernet cable means network cable. So finally, the last subtopics that you need to know is virtual machine. Okay, these virtual machines, meaning that if you have a computer, you are actually having an operating system, which is Windows 10. So if you have a laptop with Windows 10, you can use as per normal. So that is actually, you have a laptop and you are using one operating system, which is Windows 10. But if you have a laptop and inside that laptop you will have a virtual box which running 2 or more operating system. That means in one laptop you can run Windows 10 and at the same time you can run Windows 7 using a virtual box. So if your laptop is installed with a virtual box software or application, so in this laptop, they will run this application so that it can run Windows 7 and Windows 8, the operating system, the 2 or more operating system at the same time. Usually these virtual machines is for testing purposes, and mostly Microsoft companies will use these virtual machines to test their operating system so that they can publish worldwide. Okay. Thank you guys for listening our CCNA online part 1 training. So if you are interested in the next part, we will discuss about IPv4. So we are also providing a CCNA online class and also online training at the affordable prices. So if you have any inquiry, you can WhatsApp at this number. So thank you for listening, guys. Please make sure that you need to subscribe into our channel. Thank you, guys.